So here in Mentor, our goal is to make sure that all of our kids are college and career ready. That starts at the earliest levels. Oftentimes students, especially at the younger ages, they know what a teacher is, they know what a firefighter is, they know what a police officer is, and maybe what their parents do. And that's the extent of their knowledge. So if we can start really on a continuum here of career awareness type pieces at the preschool elementary level, into some career exploration pieces at the middle school level, and then you get into that career experiential learning component at the high school level and beyond, that's going to be a nice continuum for us that we're trying to build here in Mentor. When we start talking about workforce development, by the time students are getting into middle school, we start to look at some of the job shadowing pieces to the puzzle. We do career speaker series.
It's going to be an honor today to talk to you guys about the military. I feel very strong about it.
So that will tie in some of their particular interest, or maybe even spark a new interest that they didn't know they had, that they can then take and apply to maybe a sequence of courses at the high school level, and be able to build into a career pathway in one of our career technical education programs, potentially into college credit plus coursework, maybe tying into one of our partnerships with higher education partners, and then even potentially into some internship possibilities with local area businesses and industry partners that we have right now.
A really great thing about the opportunities that we provide at Mentor Schools is that it's not a one-size-fits-all. So whether it's students that are looking to go directly into the workforce and perhaps they're going into our advanced manufacturing, where they're obtaining a pre-apprenticeship and then going right into an apprenticeship, we also have those opportunities for students that are also looking to kind of explore what they're looking to get into and then continue on at that 2-year or 4-year opportunity. So our marketing and business administration program is a great example of how students are able to complete internships while they're still in high school, earn college credit, and then go on to those 2-year or 4-year opportunities. And in some cases, we've seen, they'll actually come back to those locations where they've had internships and become hired full-time.
When I first met with her name is Lauren Tuziak. She's one of the what they call the MBA or the business leaders. Lauren reached out to me in the summer of 16 and said, "Hey, would you be open to bringing in a high school intern? Like, let them shadow, let them work." After I met with Lauren, not only did we decide to go do a shadow program, we literally employed a high school student. When Sophie came in, for instance, there was a lot of skeptics that wondered, boy, can a high school student really do this? And I think Sophie and all the others have shown they can more than do it. They can do just as much, to be honest, in a lot of ways as a college student or anybody else.
When I was in high school, I was in the CTE program, the MBA one, and through that experience, I was offered an internship my senior year of high school, which was a huge deal. And after college, I reached out to Rick, and there was a position open for an associate account manager, and I just so happened to come back to it. The main reason that pulled me back to the Rogers Company was that the people here are just amazing. A lot of people here are tenured and have been here for a long time, which to me is oh, you want to work somewhere where people want to stay. And also just knowing Rick and meeting him when I was in high school and knowing that he gave me the opportunity to get a kickstart on my career, coming back and working with him was something I wanted to do.
Few individuals and organizations have made as significant of an impact on the students in the MBA program as Rick Busby of the Rogers Company.
We now have 5 full-time employees. 5 of our 75 employees came through the Mentor School program. Of all the things I ever talk about, we were awarded last year a partnership award. Of everything besides hitting my numbers every year, which is really important to our owners, that award to me means more than anything we've ever done, because I love that we can support the community and we can develop these kids.
One of the things that we'll do every year through our curriculum department, we're continuing to identify new courses, new pathways that we might put together that will allow our students to tap into their interests. There are things coming out of our career technical education programs that evolve every year. We're trying to create those real world learning, authentic type programs that are connected to businesses right here in Mentor. We're very fortunate we have our EMT Academy that is a collaborative effort with the City of Mentor, in particular our fire department.
Yep, just like that.
We actually recognized that there was going to be a worker shortage like everywhere else in the fire service, and some of the trends were pointing to that. We knew that there would be a time that we didn't get the number of applicants that we're accustomed to, and we saw that coming, so we reached out to Mentor Schools, and they were awesome. We got to the table, we started talking, and then in a short time we had an EMT program, the Mentor Fire EMT program, which has been great. We know that a lot of students that want to enter the fire service really didn't have a clear understanding of what that path was. In fact, many of them would go on to college to get their associate's degree, only to learn that they didn't have the technical training to sit for the civil service exam, to have the credentials needed to actually engage in the fire service, to take the test and be hired in the fire service. So this program allows them an early start to start developing skills, but it also gives them the state required training that they need to make them eligible to be appointed on the fire department.
When we talk about providing opportunities for all, we really mean it at Mentor Schools. So we have the whole entire gambit from our AP, honors, college credit plus programs, to our entry-level programs that'll go to a 2-year, 4-year university, to our programs that go directly into the workforce. One of the things that we're really excited about is our Cardinal Works program. Cardinal Works is our job training coordination program that is specifically designed for students with disabilities. And what it allows us to do is ensure that all students at Mentor Schools are being prepared for the future workforce. One of the major components is that opportunity to allow our students out into the community to begin those internships and to begin that workplace learning with the supports that we're able to provide for their success. And we are already seeing big dividends on that.
And I would like to extend an offer to both of you guys to join us, stay on a similar schedule, but join us as part-time employees of HAPCO Tool.
So within our first year of having our program, we had 2 of our first student graduates become employed with HAPCO Tool in Mentor, and we're really excited about that. And then also we have other students at a variety of locations, including Dick's Sporting Goods.
I would like to work at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Or other businesses within the Mentor community.
Okay, this is the left atrium.
One of the goals that we will have here this year is really digging into our strategic plan. One of those things that I hope to bring into the district then during that process is a concept called Ikigai. It's a Japanese term that really is taking not only the student's career interest, but what is it that they're good at? What's their aptitude? And then what does the community need? What can you make money at? Because ultimately we want you out of basement ready. We want students to be able to get into a career pathway that is going to lead them into a livable wage that allows them to get out of their parents' basement. And there are all of these different pathways to become successful. Marine Corps. And what our goal is really to provide that wide variety of experiences that students might have an interest in that will take them down that pathway that is going to lead them personally to be successful. And that's going to be different for each individual. So being able to really personalize what we do in the classroom, in the community, for those students, I think is what's going to allow them to become out of basement ready and to leave us and be successful as a Mentor High School graduate.